This presentation is going to give you an overview of how we'll be studying the human body in this course. To begin with, I want to introduce the idea that the language you'll be learning in this course to describe the body is very precise means for everybody to know what we're talking about. And then we'll look at structure and function, or anatomy and physiology, in the broad sense, basically what the structures are and how they're organized within anatomy, and the larger idea of organization within biology as a discipline. And then for physiology, we're going to look at one aspect of physiology which will be pervasive throughout the course, rather than looking at each individual aspect of physiology here at the beginning of the course. Consider this question. When you feel that you've reached an answer, hit the next button to go into the next slide, which will reveal the correct answer. At the end of these recordings, I have a question like this to review one of the concepts that's come up. Now, here in the very first recording, just introducing what the study of the human body is going to be about, there weren't really any concepts to get too deep into. Hopefully, though, this question was pretty self-evident. If for no other reason, the incorrect answer choices should have seemed very unusual. Anatomy and physiology is the study of the structure and function of the body, and I'll be using those terms interchangeably within anatomy and physiology quite a bit in this course. This attribution statement, which you'll see at the end of each of these recordings, won't have an audio track associated with it except for this one as I'm explaining it. As I go through the material for this course, I would like to reference the artwork from the book that we're using as much as possible. In some cases, I need to go to artwork from another source, and I'll attribute those in the presentation itself. There are some pieces of artwork that are drawings that I've made myself, which may or may not be attributed to me, and so obviously those aren't going to be from the book itself. But for the most part, you can assume the artwork that we're looking at in these is from the book that we've been using.